Yes, sir. It's great to be back here with you boys today.
What's up and what's going on, everyone? We're late. I apologize for the tardiness. We had some technical difficulties. We had some issues, but issues are all resolved and now we're here. So, how is everyone today? The people that are here, give people time to get here. Trey?
I'm
You're
back,
here.
baby.
How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm excited to be back.
How's life as a father of two been?
Bro, I don't want to jinx myself, but this kid's been real. I got very lucky. I am very blessed with both my children. They're both easy babies. It's kind of a dream come true. She's very healthy. All she does is eat, sleep, poop. It's a good life. Me and the mom get to spend time together while I'm off work, so it's nice.
That's cool. Q, how's the start of your week?
Pretty standard, to be honest. Nothing. It honestly rained, so I work outside or anything. Didn't work or anything, so I just stayed home, messed with some computer stuff, some family stuff, took the dogs for a walk in the rain, placed some bets that are not doing too well tonight, so I'm currently losing money, and that's how the start of the week is going.
Bro, I want to see you with like big YouTuber money, play some bets, and just sitting here on the stream being like, I'm losing 10K.
It's bad as soon as I even get paid, and I'm like, all right, I'm throwing more than I usually do. I'm like, bro.
Well,
like when you win, it's good. When you lose, it's just
Right.
like, why the fuck am I so stupid?
well, we are going to jump into some things to talk to you guys about today. We are going to talk about Black Adam and its box office opening weekend and the return of Henry Cavill, and what that means for the future of the DCEU, if there's hope, if there's anything to speculate on that. We're also going to react to the Ant-Man Quantumania trailer. We have not seen it. I have not seen it. I don't know if everybody
No,
else.
I have held out all day.
Seen the trailer. We have held out to react to the trailer, so we're going to react to that. And then we are going to talk about Kanye West being off his fucking meds, because he just continues to say and do outlandish ass shit. And now he's starting to see the consequences of it.
Mm-hmm.
So we are going to talk about that.
Django said.
Yeah. So we're going to get into all of that stuff here. So firstly, let me pause. So let's talk. We'll talk Kanye West first. So as you know, Kanye West has been going. This is not new. Kanye West has been saying ignorant comments, anti-Semitic comments, just off the wall shit, and then coming out, a few weeks or months later and fumbling an apology over a hollow ass apology over. But the only reason we're even talking Kanye West is because he said something in movie related, and that is what we discussed, and that's movie related shit. And not all the time, but most of the time, movie-related shit. And he said that Quentin Tarantino and Jamie Foxx stole the idea of the Django from him. He said, this is coming from IndieWire, he's in a new interview with Piers Morgan. This was that interview that a lot of shit has been clipped from. With Piers Morgan, West complained that Tarantino's Django Unleashed was based on an idea that the Oscar winner stole from West. He claims that after collaborating with Jamie Foxx on the 2005 Gold Digger, which featured Jamie Foxx's vocals and sampled Ray Charles's I Got a Woman, West said he pitched Foxx and Tarantino the idea for a slavery-themed music video for the song. West alleges that some of his ideas for that video were eventually used in Tarantino's Django Unchained. Tarantino can write a movie about slavery where actually him and Jamie, they got the idea from me, because the idea for Django I pitched to Jamie Foxx and Quentin Tarantino as the video for Gold Digger, West said, and then Tarantino turned it into a film. Now, I don't know if the brother's aware of this or not. I don't know if many out there are aware of this. First of all, Tarantino and them weren't looking at at Jamie to be Django at the very beginning of all of this. They wanted it to be Will. And Will turned it down. I'm just going to quickly say why Will turned it down. This is what Will said himself. He said, "I have always avoided making films about slavery. In the early part of my career, I didn't want to show black people. I didn't want to show black people in that light. I wanted to be a superhero, so I wanted to depict black excellence alongside of my white counterparts. I wanted to play roles that you would give to Tom Cruise." Now, that's why Will turn down the role. But even more so than that, Tarantino is not the originator of Django. The films, it was a series of films in Italy before it even came over here. So for him to say that he pitched the idea for Django to Tarantino, again, brother's off his meds. We all know that. And hell, I don't know if is Donda. I mean, he's lost Adidas. Well, he's losing. Adidas is in discussion of him losing that. Balenciaga, he might be losing his shit with Def Jam. Is Donda Academy even still a fucking thing? I know Rob Dillingham is not there anymore. He's with Kentucky. Sure. So brother's losing everything, and he's seeing. But this is the consequence when you don't shut the fuck up. This is what happens.
Well. If I can jump in there, so about that shutting the fuck up thing, right? I don't think it's that, because here's the deal I'm working with here. So he's speaking out, saying these things, like people gave him, obviously a lot of shit started because he went on fucking Tucker Carlson of all things, right? Which, in my opinion, why would you go to that platform? Because they're just going to use you as the token black guy, right? Oh, look, it's the Candace Owen things. It's the, hey, this one black guy agrees with our opinion. That's all you're going to be to them. But more importantly, it is not that someone voicing their struggle is fine. Someone voicing what they go through is okay. But you don't have to tear another group down to elevate your situation, right? So his whole thing is popping shots at Jewish people, right? And the entire Jewish community. To kind of blame or discuss on his... Like, that's the problem. It's not that he's not shutting the fuck up, because you're allowed to say things, you're allowed to voice your truth or your thoughts on something. It's just like, live in America. It's that you won't stop just making fucking anti-Semitic statements.
But that still, to me, falls in the line of just shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
I mean, because...
I just don't want it to seem like, you can't talk. You can't.
Oh, no, it's America. You can say what you want, how you want, when you want. Mm-hmm. It allows me to get up here and say what I want, how I want, when I want.
Right, yeah.
But, again, like you just said, when the comments that you're making and the things that you're saying are... Like you got people, bro, I shared this on my Instagram story this morning because that blew me the fuck away. You got people standing over highways in L.A. with sheets that say, honk if you agree with Kanye, Jews need to leave, Jews gotta go. Like, what the... And this is what I mean, though. Because I don't think, Kanye tries to be this cosmic wisdom being that I don't think he realizes, or maybe he does realize, maybe he's fooling us all, that you have however many fucking followers he has on Instagram. When you go on and say some of the things that you say publicly, we've seen it with Trump. Mm-hmm. Yep. We've seen it. Mm-hmm. The whole January 6th thing, that was incited by him.
Yeah.
He may not have come out and said the actual words, but in a roundabout way.
But see, it also goes into, like, fuck. So, I use the example of he was wearing the fucking White Lives Matter t-shirt with Candace Owens, right? Yeah, that one. And so for him to turn around and say that he pitched the concept of Django because he wanted to do a Western for Gold Digger, right? Like, is this the same man that said that slavery was a choice?
Oh, yeah, it is.
So you gonna pitch an idea about
I remember that
a movie that slavery clearly was not a choice. And on top of that, so Quentin wrote the story for Django. He wrote it. Yes, it's a spaghetti Western idea, but as far as the script itself, right? What was being said in the movie. And then he actually, when he came out and was sending it to people, he was getting a lot of shit for it. There was a lot of backlash because of it's a really aggressive use of the N-word and, stuff like that, right? And just a lot of the horrible scenes in the movie. But like that, when he made that movie, there's no way. And you know, it goes back to the there's like 27 original ideas for a story or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Archetypes. Like just because you said, "Hey, I'm making a song called Gold Digger, so let's make it a little western in a gold mine or whatever, or however you want to do it," that doesn't mean you're the reason Quentin Tarantino wrote Django. Like that's just not how this operates. Like he's like you said, he's off his meds. He's out his fucking mind.
He's off his meds.
And while I even said it with Ezra Miller, you know, if people need help, they need help. But like,
and I'm not trying to laugh at him. Like,
no,
but
that's
if he's
not.
gonna burn his whole shit
I'm
down,
not gonna sit and tell you like that. He didn't make me laugh during that Piers Morgan interview.
Oh no!
But he'll say that shit. He'll turn
Definitely
around.
did.
He'll turn around and say something like literally damning the entire Jewish community, right?
Yeah, that shit.
And then Balenciaga's like, "Hey, we're no longer working with you," and he's like, "They're trying to hold me down. They're trying to." And it's these dumbass fans that are like, "Kanye's speaking the truth about Hollywood."
Yes.
You can literally talk about all these things and not just be blatantly, you know, racist, homophobic, anything like why? How are you gonna justify your hatred? Like, it's just bullshit, and fans eat that shit up, and it just people argue over it, and it's stupid.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. Like I said, I'm really curious. Is Donda Academy? I just have to know. I'm sorry.
You have to know.
I just have to know if Donda Academy is still.
Bro, I'll be real with you. It's just a thing for me that like the minute that man started doing the way his church runs. I don't know. When I saw that, and this ain't a dig on anyone religious,
yes.
I just was like,
It's open.
You kind of losing your mind, bro.
Rob Dillingham. Correct me if I'm wrong. He was at. Yeah. He was at Donda. Because I remember the whole. Yeah, I remember the. Yeah, I thought so. He was at Donda. He's not anymore. I wonder what that had to do. I wonder if. Anyway. I don't know. I just know he's losing shit, so I didn't know if he lost his basketball team too. I didn't know. I didn't know. You know, he out here trying to be.
But see, and this is someone who's a Quentin Tarantino
what's balls,
fan.
Daddy?
Like, I've seen all his. I've seen all that man's
Trying to be
movies.
LeVar.
I just
Kanye didn't write that shit. I'm sorry, he didn't do anything for that fucking movie.
He said he pitched the idea. He pitched a damn idea. Like
I mean,
I said,
it's
you don't
just
pitch the idea for Django.
it's just standard.
Why do you keep using the D?
Because
Django.
I always use it.
To
I
quote
always
Jamie
use
Foxx,
it.
the D is silent.
Well, I'm
The
using
Django.
I like
It's
Django.
just another. He's always coming. It's just he's mentally insane. We've known this. We've established that he's crazy. He knows he's crazy. He made a whole album about it. So whenever he comes and says shit, I listen to it, but I don't. Like, I listen, but I don't really hear him. Like, cause he's just not spitting anything real ever. Because every week he's contradicting himself. I feel like every other week is something new. Like how you just said, wasn't he the one who said slavery was a choice? Like how he came out and said the George Floyd shit, how he died from fentanyl. I'm pretty sure that wasn't his stance whenever it was happening and everything. So I'm pretty.
It's just like we're watching this man fucking burn himself.
I was gonna say he just.
And I hope
but it's not
the
even that
Floyd family
because
wins
But that's the
every
thing.
settlement.
I'm not even. I don't think Kanye West will ever be burned to the ground. Because I mean, no matter what he says, he's always gonna please a group of people. Whether it's not us.
That's just anybody though.
But he's so big though. It's like. I don't think anybody's gonna. I mean, I'll be honest. If he dropped an album, I'm still gonna go listen to. Like, I don't think I'm gonna shun him for anything he's done. Like, I'm personally able to separate talent from artist from.
Drops a cold ass bar on somebody's feature. Then might
I'm
get
just
an Instagram. You know?
I'm just saying. If you know Kanye, you just know he's coming out saying crazy shit like this. I think it's just,
I know
it's to the point where society's gotten to where they're actually starting to do shit about, like, they're not going to let him come on these platforms and say shit and release it anymore. Like, they're not going to let him have his way anymore, which we can all say freedom of speech or whatever, but like you've said, why would you give someone else the platform to come down and degrade other people or a whole group of, it just doesn't make sense. Like, you can have your freedom of speech, but he'd be limited on his platforms, and I feel like that's what it's going to get to if he keeps
But see, I'll take a different stance on that. I'll take the exact opposite stance on that.
I mean, I'm not going to invite Kanye West to Planet Fanatics if I know he's finna get on here and say...
But I'm saying, like,
I don't even want to say it.
But I'm saying, let's switch it up, and let's say, it's a white artist, right, that's constantly just dragging black people, constantly using slurs against black people, dragging black people. I'm not gonna pump their shit. I'm not gonna listen to their music. That's just me. You know,
I'm gonna tell you this. You know, this
and
is
he's going after Jewish people.
That's definitely
like
that's definitely one of those conversations because I condemn R. Kelly for what he did. But let bump and grind come on.
I'm about to say
I'm telling you, bro. Like
No, and I get it.
I'm
You got to be able to
still like
separate. I do understand
What?
the concept. You got to separate the artist from the art, right? But like,
you don't think when Big Ben was a Steelers quarterback, I'm sitting there every weekend.
but I mean, like you said, that's a personal choice with people, right? But like, I mean,
hate those.
I just feel like, you know, I don't like people, especially people who got that kind of power, that are sitting there literally causing people, regular ass people in towns, to be like, Kanye's right, Jews go home, actively today, right? This isn't like, oh, Kanye put out a new album, remember 5 years ago, and he kind of said some fucked up shit. That is right now. He is literally, I mean, he could be causing hate crimes to pop up. I mean, that was the big reason why when a lot of hate crimes towards the Asian community started up with COVID, right? There was very big, like, quiet the talk. Calm the tone, because people are getting hurt. You don't know how your actions are going to affect somebody else, right?
Well, yeah,
So,
we live
so,
it.
so for me, yeah, no. If Kanye puts out an album right now, bro, you got to chill out on the hate shit. I just can't endorse it. But that's
I'm
just
not
me.
endorsing it.
No, I mean, I can't endorse your album. I can't do it right now.
Yeah, I'm not. Like I said, that's one of those where it's just the back and forth deal because I had the same again, I'm just going back to R. Kelly. I had this conversation with several people. They're like, you're gonna still listen to him? What does that song have to do with them little kids? I mean,
no, like seriously.
Like, no, I'm dead ass.
Like that's what football got to do with.
It's hard. It's hard. It's
because that's like,
and then I say the same thing.
I'm not unless
but I
it's
think you're
something
being a little
extreme.
subjective there because like R. Kelly, there's nothing probably I can think of more extreme than what that man did. But like, we're over here heavily critiquing not wanting Ezra Miller to have a career anymore.
Right.
And we won't really watch a shit and won't really want to.
But R. Kelly
I'm
doesn't
going
have a
to
career.
see The Flash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
R. Kelly in
always
jail
asked
though. Like,
hold on. And when it comes to Ezra Miller, I've always asked the question of how do they promote this film? How does the audience? How is the general audience going to perceive what he's done or what they've done?
Right.
With the grooming and everything like that? Is the audience going to want to see a film with Ezra Miller in it? And is that going to cost Warner Brothers at the box office? That's been my question with it. I've always said I'm going to see The Flash.
I'll watch Justice League with him.
I just think at the end of the day, people are people, right? Because if you go through any celebrity, especially let's go back before the internet.
He needs to pay for all the shit he's done.
But I'm saying if you go back and say before the internet, it's before these right here. Before smartphones came out, every fucking celebrity was doing some sketchy ass shit, right? I mean,
they still are. Everyone's still. I mean,
so if I'm gonna grandstand and be like, no, I can't fuck with any celebrity because they all do shit, right? I just like, it's the actively doing something thing. Like, I mean, that's my problem. If Kanye put out literally an album tomorrow, after literally being like, fuck Jewish people the day before, I don't know if I'll fuck with it.
Well, doesn't look like he might be putting shit out. Def Jam was wrong.
I don't know.
What's up, Raymond 2000?
I'm
Glad
able
to see you, man.
Yeah, that's what he said. R. Kelly's in prison with Lil Precious. He doesn't have a career. Yeah, I think that's the difference. Ezra Miller ain't suffered any consequences for R. Kelly's sitting in jail. We all know what that nigga did was eat like.
Yeah, no evil, bro. Like I saw the documentary.
I was about to say I watched it all. I was watching the court case when it happened, and he's sitting in that
Boondocks episode.
Free R. Kelly. Free R. Kelly.
Oh shit!
I'm so.
I missed the Boondocks.
What Riley, the conversation
with
Riley
the lawyer
had when he said about the pee. Oh man!
Well, if I was getting peed on and I didn't like it, I would move out the way.
That's what I'm saying. I fucking miss the Boondocks so much.
That shit is so stupid,
I
bro.
fucking loved the Boondocks, bro. That was my shit. I was so mad when they canceled because Pops' dad, and yes, this is one of these type of streams. I'm sorry, we're gonna get to the topics, but we're off the rails right now. But when Pops passed.
Mm-hmm.
his son was going to take over doing the voice,
Yeah,
but then
right.
they had that whatever issue. Who was doing it? HBO Max or Netflix or whoever had the issue with them, and now they just
I'm telling
not
you, when
doing
I was
it.
in high school, that Thug in Love episode had me fucking crying, bro.
Bro, imagine
Or the soul
Boondocks
food
today
episode.
with the stories that they
shit
could
would-
touch. Man.
That shit would do so much.
Man, that would be fucking
Crazy.
crazy.
That but they do so well. They
man.
because you could, it's not like anyone's canceling the Boondocks or anything. So it's like the humor they'd have in their content would just be like top percent
Man,
because it's
I'm
just like no
telling
one
you.
else would be doing it.
No,
No one else, I don't think anyone else would have the platform.
But see, that's
and
also
power
a
to
thing,
do
though,
it.
and that's why like there's a lot of shows that came out around that time that most of the creators are like, we couldn't do what
Yeah,
we did
yeah,
anymore.
yeah,
You gotta have Uncle
I've
Ruckus
seen
on
that.
fucking screen. I don't know if you could do that in 2022.
I think, man, put Uncle Ruckus back
I don't know
on
if
the
you could do that in
screen.
2022.
Man,
dude.
the shit that nigga says. Oh my god.
Reach over, grab your neighbor.
when he called them little monkeys.
Get your little monkey.
That's
what I'm saying, I don't
One of my
know.
favorite things Uncle Ruckus said was when him and Robert were jogging at the park, and Robert said, "You want to jog?" He said, "Nigga, I'm not gonna jog with you. They might confuse me with one of you niggas."
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
Shoot me in the back.
That's what I'm fucking saying, man. I don't know if they
No.
can do that shit no more.
The Boondocks is one of the only shows, bro, that can do that shit. Man. I'm telling you, that's just fucking comedy. That's
Yeah,
just
adult,
comedy.
no, that was Adult Swim.
Yeah.
That's
Taking
all
a
it was.
fucking-
It's like-
because Adult Swim would let a lot of shit fly, and they were just like, you know
No, the
what,
shit
fuck
on
it,
the
try
shit
it
on
out.
Family Guy, like they would like yeah, it was just straight adult.
Nah,
So
bruh,
if you watch
like,
like
so
Robot
funny.
Chicken and shit, like
Yeah, Robot
They let
Chicken's
so much
funny.
fucking
Robot
shit go.
Chicken's funny. Man.
That was
okay.
crazy.
Back on rails.
Back to the show.
Kanye West is insane.
Yeah, so that's just, that's that on Kanye. But one of the other things too is as it is Monday, everybody saw. Well, most people did go to see Black Adam this past weekend, and obviously though not a lot. And this is kind of something that I'm not gonna. I thought the movie was amazing. First, I'll say that I thought the movie was great. I want to see it again. It's not like a thing of when. I do want to see it again. Like, I was actually thinking about it today at work. I was like, damn, I really would like to see Black Adam. Because the
I
action
really wish
in
I
it-
wasn't at work right now.
The action in it is just super, super dope. But the advertisement for Black Adam was never that great. There are people at my job that are asking who is Black Adam. Somebody. I had
You're
two
not
people.
gonna find out when you watch the movie. That's
Well, yeah.
sure.
I had two people come up to me at work and say, "Isn't Black Adam black?" And I was like, "No." But that's what I mean when I say the character is not known like that. Unless you are one of the sweats like us and you're in this type of fandom, then you know who Black Adam is. But the normal person does not know who Black Adam is. I had another person at work, just because a lot of people at work are subscribed to us and they know what we do. So another person at work asked, what is this Black Adam movie? I saw The Rock is going to be doing this, da 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 da. So I, told her about told her about this movie. And just the general audience does not know anything about this film.
Right.
The conversation, this is where we're about to get into it. The conversation that, oh, well, it's a Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson film. It's gonna do great. Okay. This is his headlining, one of his headlining films where he's the headlining actor on it. Mm-hmm. The opening weekend, it made 67 million. 67 million.
Domestic.
Yes, domestic. That's domestic. That's what and this is coming from Rotten Tomatoes. Hobbs and Shaw opening weekend made 60 million. Jumanji opening weekend made 59.2 million. San Andreas opening weekend made 54.5 million. These are films that he was the headline biller in. 67 million is not a bad number. Of course, it's not bad.
But we're talking domestic. He makes
Yes.
most of his money on worldwide sales.
That's fine. He can have them. We're talking domestic.
Mm-hmm.
And for an opening weekend, no one really went to go see the movie. So, what did they have to do? Even in the advertisement, they had to start drumming up Henry Cavill, Superman. I mean, he said it in interviews. Flat out basically said, not basically, flat out said, yeah, that's what we're doing. That's the whole point of this. So I'm looking at the numbers, the 67 million. I'm listening to ignorant people that I speak to at work, Cody Waddell. And people saying the things like, oh, well, I don't believe that people are just going to go. What did Cody say? I don't believe someone's going to go see, that people really went to go see Black Adam for Henry Cavill. You'd be surprised.
You're saying they didn't go see Black Adam for Henry Cavill?
Yes. You'd be surprised.
It's the only reason why most people went.
Because
it's good, but it goes back to that connective tissue.
and again, it's not saying Black Adam's a bad film. I enjoyed Black Adam. I just said I loved it. I want to go see it again. I'm just saying, in order to get asses in the seats over a character that the general audience doesn't even really know, regardless of it being a Dwayne Johnson film or not, this is the first. And here's another thing too. Everybody, all these other things he's played in, these aren't beloved characters he's played.
Yeah.
This is his first franchise outside of the Fast franchise. This is his first franchise headlining role, and this is in the DCEU. You are talking, yeah, it is. You are talking about a character that is loved, bro. You've been working on this film for 15 years. People were nitpicking about the hair, the ears, the accent, the backstory after seeing the film. A lot of people don't want to go see it that are really into Black Adam, that know the stuff, that know that nobody's want, regardless of it being Dwayne Johnson or not. People are like, nah, because now you're touching a franchise. You're touching not just a franchise, but you're touching a beloved comic book character that you obviously didn't do your homework on. Now, I'm not saying that he wasn't Black Adam in the film, because as far as, because I'll eat crow on this. I've said it. I said to myself, I've said it to you guys. I don't want to see The Rock be The Rock. And he was not The Rock in this film. But he still did not do his homework on the character. And I believe that is going to hurt him. If he wants to really build the DCEU like he wants, he's going to have to do his homework.
I was going to say, he's just going to have to simply get better at being Black. Like, I was going to say, he didn't do as bad as I thought he would, because I don't think he wrote his own dialogue or anything, so I'd give props to whoever wrote his dialogue.
I guarantee you he okayed every single script before it became
that's fine with me, because whoever wrote the dialogue did him well, because his little one-liners and everything he would just say with everything, I almost laughed at all. And it's like, I didn't even want to sit there and laugh. I'm just sitting there like, this thing is just kind of funny.
No, and
I'll use a different argument on this one, because you said at the beginning of your statement that most people don't even know who Black Adam is unless they're Hollywood fans, right? They do know who The Rock is, right? And so that's why I'm saying about the importance of The Rock being there is people who, like The Rock, say, I'll go see his new movie. Oh, let's watch the trailer of the movie. Oh, it's some DC shit. It's some superhero. Here's some Dr. Fate, right? Like, cool. Some people went just for Dr. Fate. Some people went just for... I mean, that's kind of the build-up to it, right? But it was The Rock showed up, and then he realized, oh, even with me as The Rock... people don't know this guy. A lot of people are kind of not... DC's not doing well in their universe, right? So now I'm going to start Superman. You got to think. He's starting at the bottom of the barrel.
Right.
This has done this, and it's the Rock. Oh, Superman. He's trying to make it rise back up.
I guess that then...
So The Rock does have value for making people go see this movie.
I would say he has value. I'm not denying his star power. But what I'm saying is you are not... This ain't Jungle Cruise. This ain't Jumanji.
Yeah.
This ain't whoever the fuck you played in San Andreas. This is Black Adam in the DC.
Yeah. I mean, you don't know my wife, but I'm saying, like, is it a...
There's just a lot of sex in there. And there's...
Okay.
Like straight sex, gay sex.
We should be back.
Like there's like one of her students is gay, and then like he meets, like it's just like they have a gay relationship on there, and they display it a lot. But
well, shit, if you see the new season of fucking American Horror Story,
I was about to say you're not one of those people who's
no, I haven't started it yet.
It's
I haven't watched American Horror Story. I've watched one season, and then I took
the whole focus of this new season is gay men in New York keep disappearing.
Why the fuck?
And so the whole first 3 episodes